I'm standing at another fabulous location here on Wilton Drive. It's another one of the dozens of establishments where you can get a cocktail along Wilton Drive in Wilton Manors. This is one of the larger bars. It's known as the Pub on the Drive. And standing next to me is the owner, Alex Sadeghi. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for putting this all together and having this fabulous establishment for us here.
It's my pleasure. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. And what's amazing to me about this is you told me earlier at breakfast that this is basically your first effort in the bar business. You were not a 50-year veteran of having bars. This is your first bar.
This is my first bar. Actually, I started as Village Pub for almost 11 years ago. And 6 years ago, one of my very nice customers, Mike Connell, came into the business as my business partner, and I can say that this is my second bar.
Yeah, it was rebranded. Originally it was known as the Village Pub, and now it's called the Pub on the Drive. And as you can see, we'll post this up bigger on the screen, but as you can see, their logo is a lot of fun. It kind of has a little bit of a vibe of Olympics. It's got a little bit of a vibe of the rainbow rings, rainbow colors, and it definitely has some energy to it. It's a fun, when you look at that logo, you think this has got to be a great place to check out.
Yes, the logo that we choose is we're gonna have a modern, first of all, and of course very close to LGBT community's colors. And actually, my business partner's partner or husband, Jim, made it, which did amazing job on that.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It catches your eye. It's got a lot of fun energy to it. Now, for people who are wondering, you'll see pictures of the inside of this place, and there are rainbows on top of rainbows on top of rainbows throughout the entire place. There's rainbow stained glass. There's rainbow flag pennants. There's rainbow flags. There's rainbow lighting. There's all kinds of rainbow stuff going on. You're not seeing that out here for a reason. We are standing outside on the new patio, which is still at this point under construction, and they have not gotten to the rainbowification part yet. This is a beautiful wood-stained wall. You've got benches behind us. You've got a wide open area with a full canopy cover. So you have 1,800 square feet or so where people can stand out here and be kind of outside but protected from the Florida rain and the Florida sun and have a bunch of cocktails because he's building a brand new bar out here as well.
You're absolutely right. This part of the bar is going to be a very good part of the bar because it's outside in a patio, and when it's done, it's going to give us almost close to 70 extra seat, which is amazing for the business. We gonna have the outside bar, a lot of fans, make it sure that all the customers are comfortable to sit outside here because sometimes it's getting hot in Florida, but we definitely want to make sure that everybody feel comfortable to be here.
Well, as Alex can tell you from his personal experience, the weather here in Fort Lauderdale is like fabulous 11 and a half months out of the year, and the other 2 weeks it's pretty damn nice. So it's, if you live up in Minneapolis, you get to use your patio probably from July 15th to August 1st. Here in Fort Lauderdale, this patio will be packed, except for there might be 1 week in February where it's a little bit chilly and not too many people want to be out. But the rest of the time, it's going to be beautiful out here. Lots of sunshine. From where I'm standing, I can see about a dozen 40-foot palm trees. This is tropical paradise.
This is a tropical paradise. Actually, this is the reason that we live in Florida, because you can see the sun, be outside almost every day during the year. And actually, that was the reason that I moved to your nice country from Sweden for almost 12 years ago. I came here as tourist in the middle of the winter when I missed the sun in Stockholm, and Stockholm was cold and dark, and all of a sudden I found myself in beautiful Florida with the ocean, with a beautiful beach and sunny days, and decided to stay here.
And we're glad you did. And for those of you that are thinking about Fort Lauderdale, and I hear this all the time, friends online and everything, how can you live there? It's so hot. It is not so hot in Florida. In Fort Lauderdale, it probably never gets over 100 degrees. It might get to 99 for 10 days in a row, but you're not going to get those 110, 115 degree weather like you get in some of the crazy places like Texas. So it gets hot, but it doesn't get unbearably hot. And it stays beautiful throughout most of the year. 9-10 months out of the year, you can run around wearing shorts and a t-shirt and have no problem at all. No jackets required. Now, Alex is a perfect testament to that because he came from Sweden. If there's anywhere more extreme other than the Arctic Circle that you could have to readjust to when you moved to Florida, it would be Sweden. And yet you didn't have any problem. It fit like a glove, right? You came down, it was perfect.
It was absolutely best decision in my life. As I said, in Europe and especially in Scandinavia, you have 5, 6, 7 months darkness and cold during the winter times. And when I moved here and I saw the sun every day, and I still see the sun every day, I never regret. It's the best place to live, especially for me. I mean, I love this weather, and I love to see the palm trees everywhere. And when I see the palm trees, it shows me that I'm close to the beach, and we have the amazing beach in Fort Lauderdale.
Absolutely. And I refer to this as my happy place because every time you get here, you just have to be smiling. It's so wonderful. And another thing I want to point out is that, a lot of people make comments to me about Wilton Manors in this area about being a very, old school, good old boy, white, gay community. Obviously, you are not the poster child for the old white gay guy. How did you fit in as a business owner, being, having some ethnic diversity? Did anybody care?
Absolutely not. I mean, here, especially in Wilton Manors, we have a lot of different families, different peoples, different groups, both from United States and from outside. And everybody lives side by side, very peaceful, nice. There's a lot of bars and restaurants that welcome everybody, absolutely everybody. And I just can tell you that Wilton Manors is one of the safest place in United States.
Absolutely. When I come in here, I feel totally comfortable, even at 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning, walking down Wilton Drive, walking from one bar to another, because you can visit 12 bars without ever getting in a car, right down the strip, and you feel very comfortable. You don't see a lot of violence out there. You don't see protesters. You don't see people, getting into fist fights and mugging people on the street. It's kind of small town. As one of our friends said in the first episode, he said it's like Gayberry, USA. It's like a small town gay city.
Very unique. What I try to say, Wilton Manors is very unique place, very unique community, because it's one of the largest LGBT community in United States. And still are so calm and safe for everybody. And I see that as a unique.
Yeah, it's a fabulous place. I love coming here. Now, something I just learned about the pub recently and had the pleasure of experiencing this morning is that not only is this a fabulous gay bar that has all kinds of diverse entertainment at different days of the week, but they have, from what I've experienced so far, the best breakfast on the drive. They have an amazing breakfast menu. This morning I had the Belgian waffle. I'm not a huge breakfast fan, but I had the Belgian waffles with, I think it was blackcurrant preserves and whipped cream, and it was so delicious. It was like going to a 4-star restaurant. Dick had, what is it called, the scrambler?
Scrambler.
Which is a combination plate that has meat and eggs and everything else, and it was absolutely awesome. How did you do that? How did you take a bar, something that most people would think of as a bar, and turn it into a place that has a fabulous breakfast, a fabulous lunch, and a fabulous dinner?
Me and my business partner, Michael Cannell, we are very happy that have an amazing team, amazing people around us. Without our staff and our amazing team, we should never be successful. Our success is just because of the people that we have around us who help us a lot. They are very hard worker and try their best to make sure that all customers are satisfied.
And they are. I've had dinner here before. I had breakfast here this morning. The food is amazing. It's something you do not expect in a bar that has the level of entertainment and the traffic that they have in this place, but they do an amazing job with that. We interviewed previously. I've interviewed one of the celebrities that comes down here periodically, Pamela Stanley. She is a straight ally of the gay community, and she can't say enough about this place. She loves this place, and I get that from everybody that's performed here or comes in here. They all feel like part of a family. Did you do that intentionally, or is it just kind of the way it happened?
It's very hard to say. I mean, as I said, because of the team, because the love that the team give together, it affect all other people who comes to the pub, and it affects positively. As you mentioned, Pamela, amazing artist, which we invite her here at least twice a year, especially for our anniversary. And many other artists.
Absolutely.
Yes.
This is a great space. If you're in Wilton Manors, you got to visit. And we mentioned earlier that Alex has not been in the bar business for 100 years like some people, but he has a great team behind him, and he actually works very closely with one of the pioneers that was responsible for the explosion of the Wilton Drive scene. George Kessinger, we interviewed in part 1, is a part of his team right here at the pub. So you got history behind it, you've got somebody who knows what they're doing, and somebody who is a tight part of the community here. So that's great too.
Absolutely. George and we met each other the first week when I came to United States as tourist. And we just, after 2 or 3 hours, we found each other. I believe that I knew him for years. And when I decided to open a business, I asked him what kind of business he recommended. And he said that if you want to open a bar or restaurant, I'm ready to help you. And then I found this local, signed a contract, and called him. In this time, he had his beautiful bar and restaurant in Palm Springs. And then he came down and started helping me to build this bar as a consultant. And then he went back home, and just for maybe 7-8 months ago, he want to move here because of his father's getting older and older, rest in peace. And yes, he just came here and started helping us in the kitchen and everywhere again.
And it's a fabulous place. I'm so glad to see that you're growing here. You said earlier the patio is probably going to be open by mid-July, so you get the majority of the summer, and then of course once we hit October, November, December, the temperatures start plummeting all the way down to the 80s, and it'll be nice out here. So there's a long future ahead of here. I cannot wait to see what this place looks like and how you decorate it when we get close to the holidays too. I cannot admit, it's going to be like a Christmas paradise out here. I can just see it now.
It's going to be beautiful when it's done, of course. It's going to be a lot of TVs, the bushes, flowers. We're going to make it as a tropical bar, tropical outside patio, and make it beautiful.
Well, if it's anything like what you've done with the rest of the business, we're looking forward to it. And thank you so much for everything you do right here on the Drive and in the Wilton Manors community.
It's my pleasure, and thank you to see you, thank you to talk to you.
Likewise. Thank you.